the Sleepy Time Studios across the World Wide Web, it's time to place your bets as we play Dealer's Choice. And now, please welcome our dealer, your host of Dealer's Choice, Jose Cazanes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Dealer's Choice here on Sleepy Time Studios. Wow, last episode we had quite the turnaround. After a couple episodes ago, things weren't going too well, and let's just say the House of Superior in that episode. But last time, we crowned a brand new champion who took a little bit of a risk at the final game and ultimately gave her the win. Unfortunately, though, getting sniped at the very final roll on the bonus dice, coming up just short. But she comes back with a vengeance, returning with $3,300 for her season total. We welcome back Miss Nancy Martin.
Hey, Jose. How you doing?
Doing great, Nancy. Glad to have you back. Also, I do want to apologize. I realized after checking the tape from the last episode that I accidentally made your podium picture a king instead of a queen. I do apologize about that, but we have corrected it for this episode, so you are now represented by a queen on your podium.
Thank you.
Anyways, you took a very big risk during speculation last episode to seal the win, and unfortunately the bonus dice just sniped you at the very end, stopping you $100 short and leaving you empty-handed. But how are you feeling after all that? Are you ready to maybe come back with a vengeance?
I'm ready.
Well, you got $3,300. Hopefully you can add more to it. Good luck to you here tonight. Are you ready to meet your next two challengers?
I'm ready.
All right. Both of our challengers are returning to Dealer's Choice. First up, we've got James Dill back with us. Glad to have you back, James. Unfortunately, you have yet to pick up a win for yourself.
Yes, I could not math the last time I was here.
Yeah, unfortunately, you couldn't. But think this is the time where it'll turn around, or do you still think or you think lightning's gonna strike for you once again?
Nah, I still don't know how to math.
Ah, well, true. As we've seen.
But he knows how to bank.
That he does.
Exactly.
All right, but James, glad to have you back. Good luck to you here. And last but not least, also looking for his first championship win, Neil Sternitzky is back with us.
Oops.
Yeah, he wanted to be on East Filler, but the wheel of names ended up selecting him. But Neil, glad to have you back. You're pretty much on the same boat as James. You have yet to pick up a win for yourself as well, and yet to get on the leaderboard. I think that this
You said vote.
I know that. I know he's here. Wouldn't surprise me if that queue happens anytime soon. But, anyways, Neil, I think this is the time where you'll finally pick up that first win.
I don't know.
Good answer. All right. Good luck to you, Neil. Good luck to all three of our players. Let's go ahead and get things started with our episode. So, as of course y'all know, you will each be participating in 4 casino-style minigames. You'll start with 100 chips that you'll be using to bet in each of the 4 minigames. By the end of the 4th and final one, whoever has the most chips becomes our champion and goes on to face the bonus dice for that jackpot, which for tonight's episode sits at $35,000 in cash. Hopefully we can get that away to one of our contestants here. But for now, we got to get started with our game. Of course, our 4 games were determined at random as well as the order we're going to be playing them in. And we're going to be starting things off with the popular one here on Dealer's Choice, High-Low. Alright, so players, here's how high-low works. You'll, of course, start out by telling me how many chips you want to bet for this one. Maximum bet is 10 chips for this first game. After you give me your bet sizes, I will be dealing out one card at a time on the card table, up to 4 of them. As long as the card is not a 7, 8, or 9, it'll count as a win, and whatever bet you placed will double. And at that point, you'll have the option to either cash out those winnings or be risky and let it ride, risking everything on the next card. If at any point during the game, though, a 7, 8, or 9 does show up, it's game over, and any chips that were left on the table get taken by the house. With that being said, Nancy, you're up first. How many chips would you like to bet for this game? Remember, max bet is 10. 5?
Yep.
All right, 5 chips it is. James.
Also 5 measly chips.
5 chips as well, all right. And Neil.
Where are the grocery products?
That's...
Oh boy.
I'll go the full 10.
Maximum bet, all right. Now let's go ahead. All right, bets are in. Let's go ahead and bring out our card table.
Yeah.
Now we're switching things up for this one. Usually we'd start with the bicycle deck, but this time around, we're starting things off with the New York style deck.
New York City.
All right, so of course the decks have been shuffled before we started this episode, and yes, the jokers have been taken out before anybody asks. Still remember those episodes where those jokers came out,
Uh-huh.
and not for one deck, but for both of them.
Oh boy.
Anyways, here we go. First card coming off the top of the deck. We start things off with a 5. Alright, so double bets. And it's decision time. Alright, Nancy, you have 10 chips. You can either cash out those 10 chips or let it ride for the next card.
Let's go for it.
Alright, James, you have 10 as well. Cash out or let it ride.
Can you give me a quick moment? Sorry.
You're going to go for it?
Wait, can you hold on real quick? Sorry. Let me do one thing, sorry.
Oh, okay. No problem. Alright, James, you have 10 chips. Cash out or let it ride.
Let it ride.
Alright, Neil, you have 20. Cash out or let it ride.
Ride.
Everybody letting it ride for the next card. Alright. Pull the next one off the top of the deck. And next up we have another 5. Alright, double the bets once again. Decision time yet again. Alright, Nancy, you have 20. Do you want to cash out or let it ride for the next card?
I'll go for it.
Alright, James, you also have 20. Same decision.
Let it ride.
And Neil, you have 40.
I will press my luck. I mean, let it ride.
We're not playing that game.
I wish.
Alright. Everybody letting it ride for the next card. Alright, we draw it off the top of the deck. Just to show we're not pulling any funny business here. Next card up is a jack. Double the bets once again. Alright, one more card left in this game. Final decision, ladies and gentlemen. Nancy, you have 40. Cash out or go all the way.
And all the way.
Letting it ride. Alright, James, you have 40 as well.
All the way.
Going all the way. And Neil, you have 80.
All the way to the end zone.
Everybody gonna play on. Alright, so, very simple. Either everybody's getting maximum payouts for their bets, or they lose everything. Here we go. Final card is a 3!
Yeah.
Everybody gets the maximum payouts. So, Nancy and James each pick up 80 chips, putting both of them at 175 chips. Meanwhile, Neil gets the maximum payout for round 1 here of this game of 160 chips, putting him up to 250 chips. And with that said, that brings us to the end of High-Low. All right, so at the end of our first minigame here, we got a good battle on our hands. Nancy and James tied for second right now, 175. Neil with the early lead at 250, but this episode's just getting started. When we come back after this first commercial break, we're going to have our second minigame of 4 for this episode, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this here on Dealer's Choice. Welcome back to Dealer's Choice. We had a very successful first minigame of high-low, everybody getting the max payout for their respective bet sizes. So now, as we look at the scores, our champion Nancy is tied with James for second right now, 175. Neil has the early lead at 250 chips, but this episode's just getting started. We're going to go ahead and move on now to our second minigame of 4 for this episode. And we're going to be playing for this one, Any Pair Loses. Alright, so here is how Any Pair Loses works. Again, each of you will start off by giving me your bet sizes, and we're going to be bringing out the card table once again. I will deal out 2 cards to start. If they don't match, that counts as a win, and whatever bet size you put on the table will double. Just like with high-low, you will, after each card that we flip over, you'll have the decision to either cash out or let it ride. But if at any point a pair does get made, any chips that were left on the table are taken for the house, and the game is over. And if you're wondering, yes, if the second card matches with the third, that also counts. A pair of any kind will lose. With that being said, the maximum bet for this game is 25 chips. Nancy, you're up first. How many would you like to bet for this one?
Let's do 25.
Nancy going the maximum bet. All right, James, what about you?
I'm soft. I'm gonna do 10.
10 chips. All right, got it.
You told me I should, right?
And Neil, you have 250
Why didn't you
chips.
listen?
I'll do the max.
25 as well. All right, so Nancy and Neil going max bet. James playing it safer, going with 10. Let's see how this works out. Let's bring out the card table once again. All right, so for this one, we are now going to switch things up and bring out the bicycle deck for this one. So, we'll start by dealing out the first 2 cards. Like so. All right, first card up, we have a 3. And the next card up, an ace. All right, so double bets for everyone. All right, decision time now. Nancy, you have 50 chips. Cash out or let it ride for the next card.
Let's go.
Letting it ride. All right, James, you have 20.
Alright, let it ride.
Let it ride. Neil, you have 50.
Ride.
Everybody letting it ride. All right, so now from here on, I'm going to be drawing 1 card at a time, and it's going to be up to 3 more. Yeah, up to 3 more cards, 1 at a time. All right, here we go. Next card off the top of the deck, we have a queen. Double bets once again. All right. The risks get even bigger here. Nancy, you have 100 chips. Cash out or let it ride.
Let's go.
Letting it ride. James, you have 40.
Ride.
Riding as well. Neil, you have 100 as well.
Ride.
Everybody going on. All right, here we go. Next card at the top of the deck. We have ourselves a jack. That was mouse. All right, we double the bets one more time. All right. 1 card left in this game. Nancy, you have 200. Cash out or go all the way?
I'll stop.
Cashing out. All right. We deposit the 200 chips to her total. That's going to put her at 350 chips. James, you have 80.
Ride.
He's going to go all the way. Neil, you have 200.
I'm gonna cash out.
Neil going to cash out as well, so the 200 chips go into his total, putting him up to 425 chips. So only James is going to go all the way here for this last one. Good luck, James, as we pull out the last card at the top of the deck that we're going to be using for this one. And it is a deuce! James gets maximum payout once again. We deposit the 160 chips to his
Yay, but
total,
I'm still behind.
putting him at 325 chips. And yes, you may still be in third, but you are even closer. Wow, and with all that said, that's going to bring us to the end of a very successful game of Any Pair Loses. Oh my goodness, and after our second game, the tie has been broken. Neil now holds the lead at 425. Nancy is in second now with 350. And James not out of it at 325 chips. Another good game on our hands here. We're going to take another commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to have our third minigame of 4 here on this episode of Dealer's Choice, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Dealer's Choice. We've had 2 very successful minigames so far. And to think that 100 chips separating our 3 players right now at the moment. As you take a look at the scores, James is in third at 325. Our champion Nancy is in second at 350. And Neil has the lead at 425. But we now go on to our third minigame of 4 here on this episode. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but for the third time in a row, we're going to go back to the card table as we're going to be playing In Between.
That's damn. You just love cards, huh?
We apparently, yeah, the randomizer just decided, hey, we may as well throw up all the card games for this episode.
Ah, holy fuck.
Well, I can confirm to you that the last minigame will not be a card one. I'll say that much only.
Oh, thank God.
All right, so here is how In Between works. Just like with each of the mini games, each of you are going to tell me how many chips you want to bet for this one. Maximum bet is 50 for this game. Now, I will be dealing 1 card at a time, up to 4. As long as the card is not a deuce, king, or ace, it's a win, and your bet size will double. Just like with the last 2 minigames, after each card, you'll have the decision to cash out or let it ride. Because if at any point a deuce, king, or ace shows up, it's automatic game over. The house wins on any chips that are still left on the table. And we move on. So, Nancy, you're up first. Of those 350 chips up to 50, how many would you like to bet?
450.
Max bet for Nancy. All right. James, you have 325.
10.
10 again?
Yep. To the end.
All right, it's going to take it down to 315. 10 chips for you. And Neil, you have 425.
50.
Max bet for Neil as well. All right, it's going to take you down to 375. All right. So let's go ahead and bring out our card table once again. All right, we've reshuffled the New York style deck for this one.
New York style.
There's the one I was expecting. All right. So here we go. We're gonna again. It's 1 card at a time. Let's hope that this works out. Again, all reshuffled. Here we go. First card at the top of the deck. A 10. All right, we double the bets. All right, decision time. Nancy, you have 100 chips. Cash out and let it ride for the next card.
Let's go.
Going on. James, you have 20.
You really think I'm just gonna crash out now?
Letting it ride. I figured you would. And Neil, you have 100.
All aboard.
Everybody letting it ride. All right. On we go to the next card then. Comes off the top of the deck. Flip it over here. Oh, it's a deuce!
No!
That actually threw up our sound effects guy over there, but well, can't all be winners, unfortunately. All right, and just for shiggles, let's go ahead and look at what the other two cards would have been. That one would have been a 4, and then that one would have been a queen. Wow. That darn Tootie Bird had to sneak up on this one.
A 2.
I am sorry, guys. Unfortunately, the house wins, and that brings us to the end of a very quick game of In Between. Well, like I said, not all the games can be winners. But at the end of our third game, Neil still holds the lead at 375. James now moves up to second at 315. Nancy is in third with 300, but now 75 chips separating our three players. It's going to come down to our fourth and final minigame to determine the winner. And it's going to be one heck of an ending to find out who becomes our champion. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to take one final commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have our fourth and final game here on this episode of Dealer's Choice. We'll be right back after this. Choice. Well, unfortunately, our first fail of the episode is unfortunately on the second card. A deuce had to come up on the game of In Between. So, but hey, not all the games can be winners. But still, we still have a good battle on our hands regardless. Neil still holds the lead at 375. James is in second at 315. Our champion Nancy is in third with 300, but with only 75 chips separating our three players, this is still anybody's game. As always, it's going to come down to our fourth and final minigame to determine our champion. And I gave y'all the indication that it's not a card game. Thank God for that. But I will let you know that we are wrapping it up with Keno! We are bringing out the bingo cage for our last game of the night. Alright, so here is how Keno is going to work. Now, of course, since this is the fourth minigame of the episode, it's going to work a little differently. Of course, there is no maximum bet, so you can bet any or all of your chips, and of course, you will DM your bet size to me. So, after you each give me your bets in secret, you will also pick 3 of the 16 numbers on this Keno board that you want to choose. So, in addition to your bet sizes, you also have to DM me in secret the 3 Keno numbers that you want to choose. At the end of the game, I'll reveal not only the bet size, but what numbers you selected. Using the bingo cager, we're going to draw 8 Keno balls. And depending on how many numbers hit, you will get a payout. If one of the numbers that you selected hits, that is an even payout. If 2 of the numbers that you chose hit, that is a 3-to-1 payout. But if all 3 of the numbers that you chose have hit, you will be getting a big 5-to-1 payout. And again, given how close the scores are with 75 chips separating everybody, this could be a game changer. So, go ahead and DM me not only how much you want to bet, but also the 3 Keno numbers that you want to go with. All right, 2 people are in. Looks like everybody's
Like
in.
everybody's done.
Okay. Set the check. All right. Here we go. So we're going to bring out the bingo cage for this last one. Yes, we are in fact using a real bingo cage for this one. So we're going to shuffle the bingo balls around or Keno balls around like so. And we'll rotate it this way to draw out a ball. So, go to the 3 of you, away we go with Keno. So again, it's a total of 8. First number up is 4. Alright. Mix them around. Next up is 7. Alright, let me just make sure that it is 8. I do believe so. Yep, 8 Keno balls, 1 at a time. Alright, just making sure. Oh, pulled up the wrong window there. Apologies. Alright, here we go. Mix them around again. Next up we have number 9. 3 down, 5 to go. Next Keno ball up we have is 15.
Come on, bingo! Just kidding.
We're not playing that game, unfortunately.
Darn.
We're playing the other bingo cage game. Alright, next up we have number 13. Alright, 3 more to go. Next number up. 16. Can tell because of the eye up top. Alright, so 6 down, 2 to go. Mix them around once again. Well, if this was bingo, we would have cleared the line because the next one was 14. But sadly, we're not. We're playing Keno. Wait, I miscounted. That was 5. This is 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're on track, sir.
Wait, hold on. No. Cause,
You got 7 drawn.
oh, wait. Yep. You see him right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Sorry. 1 more to go.
Math. We can't
Good.
math.
Good job.
I can't do that. All right. 1 more to go. Here we go.
The last one is.
Uh-oh. 2 of them came out. 2 of them came out a little early. This is the one that's going to count. All right. Going to go ahead and put the other 2 back because any ones that come out early like that don't count. This is the one that does. We wrap up with 8. All right, so there we go. That brings us to the end of Keno. All right, so now here's what we're going to do. We're going to go from 3rd place to 1st place. We'll reveal the bet sizes as well as the Keno numbers that you selected. Let's go ahead and find a winner. As I put the bingo balls back in the cage here. So, Nancy, we're going to start with you. Coming into this game, you had 300 chips. Starting off with your bet size. Of 300 chips, you chose to bet 201 chips.
Woo!
So, the numbers you chose: 11, 2, and 6. Neither one hit, so unfortunately, you'll lose your bet to the house, but that still leaves you with 99 chips. Next, we go to James. You chose to bet of your 315 chips. Every single one of them.
Oh boy.
You went all in. The numbers you chose were 2, 7, and 13. 2 of the numbers you selected hit. You get a 3-1 payout, putting you at 1,260 chips.
Oh, wow.
You have the lead for now, but it's gonna come down to Neil. Coming into this, he had 375 chips. You chose to bet 225. The numbers you chose were 3, 6, and 15. Even with the even payout, Neil, it will not matter. With 600 chips, it is not enough. And James, with 1,260 points, you are the new champion of Dealer's Choice. James, you have finally picked up your first win of the season. Congratulations.
This is my first win of Dealer's Choice ever. Not even
Your first ever Dealer's Choice win and your first one of this season. Congratulations, James. You are going to be going on to play the bonus dice in just a moment.
in the words of Carl, a doopy.
You did it.
He did it.
Nancy, we come to you first. Things unfortunately didn't go well for you this time around.
Yeah.
Hey, you still
Hey,
tried
so
your
what
best.
was it?
I know you still had fun with us either way.
I did.
Well, hey, the 99 chips is just short of the $100 minimum, so we're going to multiply that 99 by 10. So $990 for yourself that we add to your total. So you leave us here on Dealer's Choice with a total of $4,290 in cash.
I'm happy with that.
Hey, enjoy that money, spend it wisely, and we thank you for playing here on Dealer's Choice.
Thank you.
All right, so 4,290. I'll go ahead and update that for your leaderboard score. All right, well, hopefully we'll have you back on a future episode. And
I'll be back.
Neil, you had the lead at a couple points here in this game, but James just got really lucky with that Keno. With that Keno game, he hit 2 of his numbers, while you unfortunately hit 1.
Yeah, the only way I was going to win is if all 3 of them came off.
Yeah, it was really your only shot. But unfortunately, it was only 1. But still, you're still not leaving out of here at the end by no means. 600 chips, we're going to turn that into dollars. So $600 that you pick up for yourself. Not too shabby for one night.
Hey, I was impressed I held on to the lead that long. I'll take it.
Hey, keep on trying, man. You could still pick up that first win of the season. But unfortunately, it eludes you for another episode.
I'll get next time I come, I'll give it the old community college try.
All right. We'll hopefully have you back on a future episode, Neil. Thank you for playing as well. That is Nancy Martin and Neil Sternitzky, everybody. And James Doe finally picking up your first win of the season on, what is this now, your 3rd or 4th appearance you've been in here with us, or?
Maybe.
Yeah, this will be his third.
Your
appearance
3rd
on
appearance tonight. So the 3rd time was the charm. With 1,260 chips, you have become the new champion. So we get to throw your name on the leaderboard. And in addition to that, not only are we going to turn that 1,260 chips to dollars, we're also going to multiply that number by 5. That'll be your starting season total. So already, James, before the bonus round even begins, you've got a total so far of $6,300. And I can officially say, welcome to the leaderboard. You are at number 9 right now.
Only 9. That's nothing.
Well, you could improve on it if you can get another $35,000 in the bonus dice. But we're going to give you a few moments to prepare yourself, because we're going to take one final commercial break. But when we come back, our new champion James is going to go against the bonus dice for his first time ever to see if he can pick up that jackpot of $35,000. Do not go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this here on Dealer's Choice. Welcome back to Dealer's Choice. We are here with our new champion, James Doe, who finally picked up his first win of the season on his 3rd ever appearance here on the show. And James, you've got $6,300 so far for your season total. Currently the bubble boy in the top 9. But if you can win this jackpot, you can get yourself into the thick of things on the leaderboard. Are you ready to see if you can pull it off?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring out the dice table as we get ready for the bonus dice. Now, if you need a reference on the payouts, of course, they are in the Studio One game chat. But for a reminder to the folks at home, James's object of the game is to keep on rolling dice until he accumulates a total of $1,000 or more. Each successful roll will add money to his total. So, a roll of a 1 or a 2 on either of the dice will give him $50. A 3 or a 4 on either one of the dice will give him $100. A 5 on either of the dice will give him $150. And a 6 on only the white die right here will pay him $200. A 6 on this blue die is considered the dreaded spade that he'll want to avoid. Because if he rolls the spade at any point in this game, it's game over, and any money you had on the table gets lost. Now, James, of course, with each roll that you survive, you have the decision to stop and walk away with the money up to that point. Because again, the spade shows up, you lose it all, and it's over.
Okay.
With that said, though, James, I wish them nothing but the best of luck. Again, jackpot's at $35,000. Let's see if you can win it. Good luck. The dice are in my hand. You just say roll whenever you're ready.
Come on, speed. Come on, speed. Roll.
Double 4s. All right, so you're off to a good start, James. Both those 4s are worth 100 each. So, start off with a bid, $200.
Keep going.
Doesn't even wait for me to ask. He's going to go on again. All right.
Come on, speed. Come on, speed. Roll.
3 and a 2. All right, so 3's worth 100, 2 is worth 50, so another 150 gets added to your total. You're up to $350.
Big blackness monster.
Do you want to stop it or go on for another roll?
Keep going.
All right, dice are in the hands once again.
Come on, speed. Come on, speed. Roll.
Oh, a big payout coming here. So a 5 on the blue worth 150 and a 4 on the white one worth 100. That's $250 that's going to get added to your total. That's going to bring you now up to $600. Okay, I just had to adjust the lighting on that one. It got dark on the camera for a second there. All right, but James, you have $600. You're 400 away. Stop or go.
Able to gambling.
Gonna continue on, all right. Dice are in my hands again.
Come on, speed. Come on, speed. Roll.
Another big payout. All right, 5 on the white for 150 and a 2 on the blue for 50 more. That's another $200, and that's gonna take you now up to $800.
I just need to repeat that again.
Yeah, just basically repeat that on the next roll. Very possible for you to win it here. Stop or go on?
Go!
He's gonna go. All right. 200 or more. We'll get it to you, James. Good luck.
Come on, Spade! Come on, Spade, roll!
He did it!
You did it.
200.
I'll be dang. He did it. He actually did it.
Wow. And what a way to win it, too, with a big roll right there of $300.
Dang.
So, James,
I'm glad the
you-
6 on that dice, not the other dice.
yeah, good thing it was on the white. But, James, congratulations, sir. You've just won yourself $35,000. James Doe, you are the champion with a total so far of $41,300 in I will officially let you know right now that with this win, James, of the $35,000 jackpot, you have now moved up to third in the leaderboard, surpassing Travis.
Sorry, Travis.
So, James, congratulations again. $41,300. Moved up to third on the leaderboard. And even better news for you, you are the champion, and you are not done yet. You are going to be coming back on our next episode as you look to try to win again and possibly get closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. So we'll hopefully see you then.
I will be here.
He'll be here. I will be here for sure. Hopefully you folks at home will be there as well. But for now, that's going to bring us to the end of what has been another exciting episode of Dealer's Choice. Thank you all so much for watching and joining us here tonight. Of course, if you're new to Sleepy Time Studios, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Got lots of exciting game show content available to check out. And if you missed any of the previous episodes, the playlist is as always available. But until next time, when it'll be time to place our bets once again, and we see James back here to defend his title. I'm your host, Jose Casitas. For all of us here at Sleepy Time Studios, this has been Dealer's Choice. We will see you next time for another episode. Good night, everybody.